you doing here sitting all by yourself?
I'm waiting for Ruby to get back.
Well, where'd she go?
She had some business to take care of. She'll be back in a while.
Business? With who?
I would imagine she's talking to Bo this morning.
Talking to Bo about what?
All I know is it's business.
Uh-huh. Why do I get the feeling you're not telling me everything?
Because maybe I don't want you to know yet.
Know what? Ricky, I'm going to pester you until you tell me. You know that, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I do. You've been my sister long enough for me to know that.
Well, then tell me.
I told Ruby to stop doing business with Bo.
But she's his manager.
Yeah, she's my manager, too, and I told her to make a choice. It's either Bo or it's me.
Look, I don't care what Ricky says. I do as I damn well please.
You're treading on dangerous ground, Bubba.
Is that so? Well, let me tell you something, Punkin. You better keep that boyfriend of yours out of my way or I'm gonna knock his head off.
Better watch out. If you push Ricky the wrong way, you might get a surprise.
Was that so?
Yeah. It might not be Ricky that gets hurt.
Yeah, right.
You know, Bo, this whole thing happened because you came onto Elena. Why can't you stay away from her?
What goes on between me and Elena is nobody's business.
Yeah, well, I'm making it my business.
It seems to me that you're not exactly in a position to do that, little lady.
I am sick of your threats, Bo. I think I'll tell Ricky we were married before. Get it all out in the open, and then you can't hurt me.
Sure, why don't you go ahead and do that? And while you're at it, why don't you tell him about that other little thing? I'm sure he'd love to hear about that, along with about half the people in Houston, especially those down at KVIK.
You don't have any proof.
Don't I? Wouldn't bet on it, Punkin.
Can't get over how Reena's changed. She's downright friendly yesterday.
Justin, don't tell me that you fell for that act.
Or shouldn't I? You know, people do change, you know, Ashley.
Not Reena. And not that quickly either. She's up to something.
You know, you should learn to be more trusting, Ashley. I really think that... Well, I think that Reena was very sincere about what she was saying yesterday. Maybe it had to do with your friend T.J. Maybe he helped her out a little bit.
TJ is not my friend. And I think it's really foolish of you to believe anything that Reena says. You shouldn't trust her. I don't trust her. She's up to something. She reminds me of a dadgum rattlesnake, coiled and ready to strike.
Ashley, what would she have to strike about?
I don't know. I'm sure she has something. Good morning, Kate.
Morning, Grandma.
Ashley, morning, Justin.
You ready to go?
No, sorry, honey. I'm not going to go in to work with you today.
Well, why not?
Going to the hospital. Visit Bubba.
Good. Hope you set things straight with him.
Yeah, I certainly will. I'm going to tell him what's in store for him. I think he'll be in jail for a few years.
I sure hope so. He deserves it. You coming to the office later?
Of course, of course. Bye, babe.
Bye. Miss you.
We haven't had a talk. Well, since the deal about selling the ranch, Grandma.
No, we haven't.
I sure am happy. Everything turned out well, aren't you?
Are you?
Aren't you happy about the way it's all turned out?
Grant,
Reena!
what made you do it? How could you?
What?
Justin Marshall.
What are you talking about?
Justin Marshall's getting $5 million from us. Now, why wasn't I consulted? Because I'm a woman?
You were not consulted because it is not a part of your job.
Asserts, starring Beverly McKenzie.
I still think I should have been a consultant.
Reena, you will be brought into things when your job demands it.
I wonder about you, Grant. I question your judgment in giving Justin all
Sit
that
down,
money.
Sit down. Now, Reena, don't you ever lecture me. You're working for me. It's not the other way around. Now, what's eating you?
I want to know if it's true what I heard about Justin.
That depends on what you've heard.
That World Oil is paying $5 million to buy Justin out of the ranch.
No, that's not exactly
But
true.
Justin is still getting the money, isn't it?
Yep.
Don't you realize what he's going to do with that money?
Of course I do, but Reena, I can't do anything about that.
Well, then how could you be so stupid in allowing
Now, just
that...
a minute, Reena. Before you start calling names, I want you to listen to me.
But
now, be
I-
quiet. And listen to me. You know, this is just another illustration of your handling your job poorly.
Now, what do you
You have a responsible job as head of oil production. I'm not going to allow you to come waltzing in here flying off the handle like this.
I don't understand how you permitted that to happen.
There's a perfectly reasonable explanation. Justin was holding up Kate for $5 million for his share of the ranch. Kate wanted desperately to buy it away from him, so she sold the mineral rights to us. Now, that's a sound business procedure, even though we can't drill for 5 years.
5 years?
Now, will you just stop interrupting me? If Kate had not gotten the money from World Oil, she would have had to go someplace else.
I'm sorry, Grant. I didn't realize that.
I know. All I'm asking, Reena, is that in the future, before you start making wild accusations, that you stop and think. Do you think you can handle that?
Yes.
Good. Now, we both have work to do.
You are happy about the way it's all turned out, aren't you, Grandma?
No. I'm not happy about it.
Grandma, you got the ranch. Steve can stay here with Ginny and Ryan. That's what you wanted, wasn't it?
You know that's what I want. But I didn't expect to get robbed in the process.
Robbed, Grandma. I'm really sorry you feel that way. This was a business proposition. You couldn't expect me to involve my personal feelings in this. Now, could you, Grandma? What'd you expect me to do, Grandma? Just give the ranch away?
No. I didn't expect you to give it away. But I didn't expect you to resort to highway robbery in the process.
Highway robbery? Highway robbery? That $5 million is going to get Marshall Oil off and running again. You want me to be a success, don't you, Grandma?
All I want is for you to get away from here as soon as possible.
Well, I'm making arrangements for that shortly. We're going to be leaving by the end of the week, maybe 1 or 2 days sooner, Grandma.
Well, make it as soon as you can.
I'm really very, very sorry you feel this way. I've always had a very sentimental attachment to this place, Grandma. Oh, I got to remember to call the pool builders. Tell them to forget about building that pool. Right? I mean, all my other improvements, I guess, too. I guess you won't be able to handle those things. They'll be very expensive, Grandma. You wouldn't want to be strapped with obligations like that.
Right now, I don't want anything left here that reminds me of you, Justin, and that includes your planned improvements.
Fine. Grandma, if you should happen to see Lurleen, tell her I'm going to the hospital to see Bubba today. Make sure he gets what he deserves.
Someday you may get what you deserve.
I'm counting on that, Grandma.
So am I, Justin. So am I.
Yes. She is. Yeah, of course. Send her right in.
Hello, Ashley.
Hello, TJ.
Kind of surprised to see you here.
What in the hell have you been telling Reena?
About what? Excuse me. Yes. No, I've got it here. Okay, I'll bring it right over. You'll have to excuse me. I've got to take care of this right away.
I need to talk to you.
Please don't go. I'd like to talk to you, too.
I'll wait.
Good. I'll be back as soon as I can. Hey there, little lady.
Hello, Bo.
Where's that big brother of yours?
He went over to my Aunt Maggie's.
Don't tell me he finally let you out of his sight for a few minutes.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, he made it pretty clear to me the other day that he kind of watches out for you. Make sure that you only talk to the right people.
He cares about who I associate with, if that's what you mean. I don't mind.
Don't you now?
No.
Well, I'll tell you, it seems to me that you're big enough now to see and talk to anybody that you please. Oh, I see you got my song here. What'd you think of it?
I've been meaning to return it to you.
Return it? How come?
Well, I don't really think it's for me, Bo.
That brother of yours have anything to do with that decision?
No. I think I can decide on my own what's right for me.
Well, I'll tell you, if you don't like this song, I got a lot of other songs. Just stop by the motel room sometime, I'll show them to you.
Thank you, Bo, but I don't think I really need any new songs right now.
Well, that's too bad. I kind of thought you and I would work together real well. Well, if you ever change your mind, you let me know.
I'll do that. Tell me something, Bo.
Anything, doll?
Do you have much luck selling your songs down in Nashville?
Oh, I did all right. Got a couple of my songs recorded.
Oh. Did Ruby do that for you? Help you sell those songs?
No, I did that on my own. I've got a few contacts of my own in Nashville.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you do. Well, did Ruby manage you in Nashville?
That she did.
How did you and Ruby meet?
Well, I'll tell you, that's a long story, doll.
We met through friends.
Hello, Ruby.
I want to see you in my office, Bo. Right now.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm a little tied up right now, Pumpkin. Get that right, doll.
I think I'll go back to the kitchen and see if Wang has anything to eat. Thanks for letting me look at your song, Bo.
Anytime, doll.
I'll have the papers made out and send them to you. Thank you.
Sounds like you made a good deal.
Well, the price was up, so I sold. But I'm a long way from the financial package I need to buy out Iris and Dennis.
Oh, you're going to do it. It'll be the best thing for World Oil, too.
I wish you'd come back.
As president?
Yep.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Reconsider, will you? You were an excellent president. You do have vested interest in this company.
Well, I'm not too worried about my 1/3 interest in the company, not as long as you're chairman. No, I'm glad I made the decision to get back to law. I'm a lawyer. I'm not a businessman. I really enjoy being legal counsel of the firm.
I'd rather you were president. However, since Stryker's away so much of the time, glad we have the benefit of your services as legal counsel.
Well, isn't TJ doing a good job?
Well, sure, but he isn't you. Think it over, will you?
I have. The answer's still no.
Okay. Yes. Oh, which bank? Here we go again. Maybe this time I'll make a deal.
Where's Bo?
Don't know. I didn't ask.
Okay. What is it, Ruby?
Hello, Elena.
Hi, Lacey. What are you doing here?
I'm looking for Ricky. Hello, Ruby.
Hi, Lacey. Why aren't you over at the studio?
I took the day off.
What do you want with Ricky?
I thought he might like to go flying a little later.
Well, I'm sorry you wasted your trip all the way here because Ricky's not around.
Ricky went over to my Aunt Maggie's, Lacey. He should be back in a little while.
Ricky doesn't have time to go flying.
I'll wait and hear from Ricky.
Suit yourself. Oh, Elena, when Ricky comes in, will you tell him I want to see him in my office?
Sure. Don't let Ruby get to you, Lacey.
Oh, I don't. I find her kind of amusing.
I wish I could say the same.
She's harmless.
No, she's not. She would do anything to hang on to Ricky.
You think so?
I know so.
Does Ricky know about Ruby and Bo?
Now, what do you know about them?
Well, only that he seems to hang around her a lot. I've seen them together at KVIK and here, too. How serious do you think Ricky is about Ruby?
Well, that's something you should ask him. But from what I can see, I don't think he's very serious about her at all. Hey, Ricky.
Hey, Lacey.
Hi.
How are you?
Well, I think I better be going.
Where are you going?
I'm going to talk to Ryan Connor about Joe's defense. Oh, listen. Ruby wanted to talk to you in her office.
Thanks. So, how'd you get away from the studio today?
I told them I needed the day off.
Yeah, and they let you, huh?
I worked all weekend on the Phil Roberts show. So I told them that if they didn't give me some time off, they were going to have to put me away in a loony bin.
Getting pretty bad, huh?
Well, it was wearing me out.
So, you decided to spend your day off at the coop?
No. I had another reason for coming.
Yeah, what's that?
How about us going flying?
I don't think so, Lacey.
How about another time?
I don't think there's going to be another time.
What do you mean?
Well, I think maybe we should break this off.
Why?
Well, it's beginning to complicate things.
For Ruby?
Well, Ruby's part of the problem.
But Elena told me that you weren't that interested in Ruby.
Elena's not me. Elena's not living with Ruby. Look, Lacey, you're really a nice girl, and well, I just don't think that there's any future in our seeing each other right now. I like you a lot, but I'm very close to Ruby, and I hope you understand.
Sure. Guess I better be going now. See you at the studio.
Okay.
Bye.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I had to get that taken care of. Now, what were you saying before we were interrupted?
I want to know exactly what you've told Reena.
About what?
Don't play that game with me, TJ. You know what I'm talking about. What are you smiling at?
Seems to me I recall a conversation we had not too long ago where you told me in no uncertain terms to stay out of your life.
Still want you to stay out of my life.
And here you are.
Well, that's because you've been running your mouth to Reena, and I need to know what about.
I haven't said a thing to Reena.
That won't wash, TJ. Not after the little visit that she paid me and Justin.
Oh?
Oh, yeah. She was all sweetness and light. You wouldn't have even recognized her. She's especially not that way to me and Justin.
Well, maybe there was a good reason.
I don't buy that act. She told us that she was going to lay off of us because of something you said.
Something that I said? Ashley, the only thing I told Reena was to leave you and Justin alone and concentrate on her own job. Now, that's what you wanted, isn't it?
Of course it's what I want.
Well, then, if that's what she said.
It's what she said, but it's what she didn't say that bothered me.
What do you mean?
She knows something, TJ. I can tell. And she's gonna do something.
What do you think she knows?
That's what I want you to tell me. She made a big point of bringing up your name.
I'm sorry, Ashley. I don't know any more than what I've told you.
Well, then why is she acting like that?
Look, Ashley, she doesn't know anything. She was just trying to get a response from you. And by the looks of it, she succeeded.
She makes me sick. It's not funny.
I'm sorry, Ashley. I wish there was something I could do.
There is.
What?
Don't you ever mention my name to anybody. Do you understand? You've caused enough trouble.
I haven't mentioned it, Ashley, and I won't.
Good. Because I don't need you fouling up things between me and Justin.
Ashley. I really want to make things up between us.
Leave it alone, TJ.
Well, buddy, about time you came to see me.
That's so.
What took you so long?
Well, I thought it was smart if I stayed away for a while.
Why is that?
Well, if I came to see you any sooner, I might break every bone in your body, Bubba.
Grant and I already went through these. He approved them all, so there shouldn't be any problem.
Grant's really worked into the company smoothly, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's going to be real good for World Oil. Got a lot of good plans. And once he puts together the money to buy Dennis and Iris out, then he'll have the power to put all those plans into effect.
Think he'll be able to do it? Buy the stock?
Absolutely.
What about you? What are your plans? I mean, are you going to come back as president of the company?
Oh, no. That's funny. Grant asked me that same question earlier.
And you told him you weren't interested?
That's right. I'm going to stick with my decision to get back into practicing law.
Kind of surprises me.
Why's that?
You did very well at World Oil. You're a damn good executive.
Thanks, but I'm a much better lawyer. Besides, I didn't like the hours or the pressure. This way I'm going to be able to enjoy my life out of the ranch with Ginny and Steve.
That must have been kind of tough on you. You and Grant having to cough up $5 million knowing it was going to Justin?
Yeah, it wasn't easy, but we just didn't have any choice. Anyway, now Ginny and Steve and I are going to have our own home.
Does Grant have any idea who's going to take your place as president?
Not yet.
Hello, Miss Kate.
Oh, hello, Lurleen. You want a bowl of soup? Needs a bit more salt.
No, thank you, ma'am. I ate a bit of lunch before I left the village.
Oh, that's right. Today you were job hunting. How'd it go?
Not too good. I went to practically every place in Marshall Village again, and no one has an opening.
You're not giving up, are you?
Oh, no, Miss Kate. I'm just tired right now. I know something will turn up sooner or later. I just have to have a job. Now, I'm still thinking about getting a paper from Houston and seeing if there's anything there.
Are you sure you don't want a bowl of soup? It's ready.
I'm sure.
Well, you let me know if you change your mind. Lurleen, do you really think you want to work in Houston? You know, that'd be a long drive every day. Is that really what you want to do?
I'd be willing if the job were interesting. But most of the jobs I'd like to have, you have to have a college education.
Now, Lurleen, you know I'm more than willing to lend you the money so you can go back to college.
I couldn't let you do that, Miss Kate. You've done enough already. Besides, when I get that degree, I want to know that I did it all on my own.
Well, that's admirable. But it's not very realistic. Honey, you know you don't have a lot of money right now.
I know. But this is something I really want to work out on my own, Miss Kate. I hope you understand that.
Sure I do.
You know, there's something else that I've been meaning to talk to you about.
Well, what is it, honey?
I've been thinking that it's about time that I moved back up to my granddaddy's.
Oh, Lurleen, I don't think that's a good idea at all. You know how he was before you left there.
Well, I know. But I'm really worried about him. I don't think he should be there by himself. You know, if I were home, I really think I could try to keep his drinking down some.
Have you heard from him lately?
Well, sort of.
Sort of?
Well, I heard that he was picked up again yesterday for starting a fight at Burley's barbecue.
Now, that's what I was talking about. Honey, I don't think you should go back there.
But that probably wouldn't have happened if I'd been at home.
Well, living there before never stopped him.
Well, maybe not. But it didn't happen as much. Well, Miss Kate, I don't want you to think that I don't appreciate everything you've done for me. Because I do. But I think it's time that I stood on my own 2 feet again. Besides, now that it looks like Bubba's gonna get what's coming to him, I really feel like I have to go home again. It'll be safe. Honest.
Break all my bones. Is that any way to talk to a poor old fella in a hospital bed?
I still have half a mind to break your neck for what you did to Lurleen.
I didn't do nothing.
Not that you didn't try, Bubba.
Justin, I don't know what kind of crazy talk that girl's been telling everybody, but the truth is I went down to the ranch and looking for you, and then for some reason she come up and whomp, she hit me with a vase and pushed me right down the stairs.
You think I'm going to swallow that? No, you just went a little too far this time, Bubba. I'm going to make sure you spend a lot of years in prison.
You know, buddy, I don't think that Lurleen's the real reason you want me put away.
What's that supposed to mean?
I think you know. The reason is I know a little too much about your slant drilling operation. Ain't that closer to the truth?
Are you threatening me, Bubba? Because those threats are not going to hold up. Seeing as how I think you're as involved as I am in this, maybe even more.
I ain't threatening you. Heck, I got a thick head, but I'm not stupid enough to threaten a man from a hospital bed.
Yeah. Well, you'll be threatening me from prison from now on because I'm going to see that you're put away.
I want to thank you for coming by to cheer me up.
Well, I just wanted you to know what you're in for, Bubba.
Well, thank you for the kind words. Oh, well, just one thing before you go, Justin. I see by the paper that you've getting a new office for your oil business.
Yeah. What's it to you?
Nothing. I just want to wish you luck.
You, sign this paper, Bubba.
What is it?
It releases you from any further relationship with me forever.
Well, you can take this paper and do funny things with it. And when I get out of here, you and that pretty little filly you're married to better watch out.
Now, wait a minute. The collateral that I'm offering is worth more than the loan. Well, you're not going to lose any money by this deal. All right. Sorry, that's the way you feel about it. Fine. Thank you for your time.
I thought you ought to see these, Grant.
Yeah.
I had a little talk with Ryan a while ago.
Oh?
He tells me he's not coming back as president of World Oil.
Yeah, that's what he told me, too.
So you're still looking for a new president?
That's right.
I think I know someone who's perfect for the job.
Who?
Me.
You?
I'm qualified for the job. I'd like to have a shot at it.
Well, I never thought
Now, I didn't come here looking for an answer right away. I'd just like you to think about it. I've been doing a damn good job here at this company.
Well, nobody will argue that.
Well, as president, I'll make an even bigger contribution.
TJ, I never knew you had that much ambition.
You know what they say about opportunity knocking. Think about it.
All right, TJ. I'll think about it.
Thanks, Ren.
Hi, babe.
Hello. You home early?
Yeah, I had to come out here to do some work today.
Did you get to see Bubba?
Sure did.
And?
Well, I just told him he was going to be spending a lot of time in prison from now on.
I sure hope so. He doesn't even deserve to be out on the streets.
Say, I thought you were going into work today.
Well, I did. But it was so noisy that I couldn't get any work done, so I brought it out here.
How's it looking?
Too good.
Now, you're not going to get at me for spending so much money in the office again, are you? I really did come up with the money, didn't I?
It's a good thing you had this ranch. Lord knows what you would have done if you hadn't had this ranch.
I would have come up with the money one way or the other, thank you.
Oh, now that's what I want to avoid from now on. This one way or another situation.
You really do worry your pretty little head about it, don't you, darling?
I hate it when you say that.
Oh.
I have a good reason, you know.
All right. Let's not get into that again. What's this?
Well, I'm filling out some extra invitations to the party, people I forgot.
You're going to send one to Reena?
Why would I do that?
Send her one, Ashley. You know she's going to be there. She's already been invited.
Well, why are you so anxious for her to come?
I don't know. I just want to show her how much class we've got. I want to show her that we can keep our competition on a business-like level. Keep our personal differences out of the way. I mean, that's what she said yesterday, and I'm inclined to agree with her.
I know that's what she said. And I don't believe that for 1 minute.
TJ, here are the papers you were asking for.
Reena,
Yes?
I want to talk to you.
Business or personal?
Oh, maybe a little bit of both.
All right.
What are you up to?
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
I'm talking about Justin and Ashley Marshall.
Oh, them.
Well?
Hi, Dad.
Oh, Lacey, what are you doing here this afternoon? I thought you were out flying with Ricky.
He had other plans.
It's too bad.
Not interrupting, am I?
No. You know, you're always welcome here.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. Of course I'm happy to see you. I needed to see a bright and very pretty face in this office this afternoon.
I'm real glad you didn't say cheerful. Because right now...
What's the matter, Lacey? This thing with Ricky isn't working out?
I guess there really isn't anything to work out. We're just friends, Dad.
Well, at one time it was rather special friends, as I recall.
Thought so.
Come on, let's go over here, sit down and talk it over.
Really isn't anything to talk over.
Well, of course there is. You got something on your mind? I'd like to hear what it is.
There are a lot of things.
Ricky?
Partially.
Your job? Everything's going all right at KVIK, isn't it?
That's been on my mind, too.
Trouble's there, too, huh?
Not really.
Well, would you like a job here? I can use all the help I can get.
You don't need my help.
Oh, I'm not so sure. You know, my background is in banking, not oil.
You should talk to Brett and Mark about that, not me. They know about those things.
Now, you listen to me, young lady. Don't you downgrade yourself. I've been talking to Vicki Bellman about your work at KVIK, and she's got nothing but good things to say about it.
But I do work hard.
Well, what do you say? Do you want to work here?
I don't know. Just got a lot of things to think over before I make any changes.
This thing with Ricky, is that what's got you so down?
No. Oh, I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't mean to come here and mope around and feel sorry for myself. Got enough problems without me coming in here and unloading mine on you.
What do you think fathers are for?
Oh, thank you, Dad. I'll let you get back to what you're doing. I'll see you when you come home, okay?
All right.
Hey! Well, I'm glad to see you so bright and cheerful. Can I get you anything?
No, thanks.
Well, listen, I went to see Ryan Connor about a lawyer for Joe.
Yeah, I know. You told me already.
Yeah, but he's got one.
Good.
And he's a good one. At least that's what Ryan says. His name is, Alan Stimson. Did you ever hear of him when you were working in the sheriff's office?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Ryan says he's one of the best criminal lawyers in the state.
Yeah, he is. He's got a real good reputation.
You still upset with me because I'm trying to help Joe?
Let's not get into that again.
Ricky, Joe killed Chris Shaw in defense, in self-defense. You gotta remember that. And Peter Parnell is trying to frame him for Bernie's murder.
Elena, I don't want to talk about Joe.
Okay.
What did you say to Lacey this morning?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. You told her that you didn't think that it was serious between me and Ruby.
I only told her what I thought.
Elena, it's not fair to Lacey to encourage her in my direction.
Ricky, I wasn't encouraging her. I only told her I didn't think you were very serious about Ruby.
You have no right to say something like that.
Why? Look, I thought it was true, Ricky. And if it isn't, it should be. You're too smart to be taken in by somebody like Ruby.
Well, that's between me and Ruby.
Yeah, but Ruby and Bo...
I'm going to take care of Bo.
Ricky, you're my brother. And I love you. I don't want to see you get hurt.
Hey, I'm sorry if I snapped at you.
I just want what's best for you.
I want what's best for you, too.
Looking for something, Pumpkin? Wouldn't be a letter now, would it?
I didn't hear you come in.
I know you didn't. Did you really think that I'd be so stupid as to leave that letter lying around someplace where you could get your sticky little fingers on it?
I wasn't looking for any letter, Bo. I just dropped an errand when I was here. That's all.
Oh, really? And you thought you were going to find it underneath the mattress? Come off it, Ruby. You played me for a fool once before when you walked out on me on Nashville. You're not going to do it again.
Finished.
You better be nice to me, little lady. If you don't want to see this end up in print. Ah, I like things this way. I've got something you want. You've got something I want. Makes kind of a fair exchange, now, don't you think?
What makes you think I'm up to something with Justin and Ashley?
Why don't you answer my question?
Because, frankly, your interest is beginning to make me wonder whether this conversation is business or personal on your part.
You've been poking your nose around Justin's offices.
We've already talked about that, TJ. In fact, I followed your advice and I went over there to bury the hatchet.
In whom?
TJ, I only went over there to be friends with Justin and Ashley.
Of course. You know, I don't know why exactly, Reena, but you do seem to have a fixation on upsetting Ashley, don't you?
I'm not the only one who seems to have a fixation on Ashley.
Reena, I've told you before, Ashley and I barely know each other.
And I'm supposed to believe that? Oh, come on, TJ. Why the sudden concern? Well, I'm not going to try to question anything that's going on between you and Ashley because, frankly, I am not interested.
There is nothing going on between Ashley and me.
You see, I have more important things to concern myself with than trying to dig into your little secrets, so if you'll excuse me, I have some work to do.
You're way off base, Reena.
Whatever you say.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Texas.